Our first guest tonight is an Emmy, a Grammy, a Tony, an Academy Award-winning actress, singer, and producer, and the host of The Jennifer Hudson Show, which airs every weekday. Please welcome back to the show our friend Jennifer Hudson, everybody! I think we're still technically within the window where I can talk about Halloween costumes. You agree?
Yeah, a little bit.
I mostly just want to talk about you dressed up like Missy Elliott on your show.
Ooh, yeah,
from the famous The Rain video, right?
Yes,
that was
I did.
That's Missy.
The Rain.
And you, there's no shortcuts here.
No, we go all the way in.
You went all the way.
Yes.
This is not some last minute, I'm going to be Missy Elliott at going to a Halloween party, like throwing a hefty bag on or something.
No.
You just went the whole look.
The whole look.
And
yes, I did.
she saw it.
Yes, she did.
And she liked it.
She loved it.
And she wrote, "You murked dat. Woody woo, you won. I love you."
That meant something good.
That's me some good.
It did. It came from Missy.
I'll tell you this. I'm starting to come to the conclusion that no one's ever going to tell me I murked anything.
I don't know. If you dress up as
You're
Missy,
never too late. You're never too late to murk. We've talked about artists that inspired you, like Aretha last time you were here. But Missy was someone who inspired you when you were younger.
Oh my God, yes. I mean, Missy's a legend.
She is a legend.
So I had to sneak it in there, you know, like pay homage to her with my Halloween costume. So I really thought I was her in the moment.
Yes.
Yeah. So
I bet she's a very fun person to think you are for a moment.
You know, she is a fun person.
Yes.
That's for sure. And somebody, you know, to pay homage to.
It's really, I mean, it is that nice thing that I think happens where all of a sudden you realize, like, someone, you listened to when you were younger is now a legend.
Is now.
You know, you were like, there's someone you were aware of and your parents weren't.
Right.
And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, and now they're just a legend.
Yes, and my kid wasn't aware because he came with me to work that day when I was in my messiness. And he's like, who is that? He's like, oh, Mama, you ain't gonna be able to do that. But I did it and I pulled it off. So
I can't believe
see my Missy skills, kid?
I can't believe your son doesn't think you can do it.
No, you know how
That's
kids
just it.
are. They don't think you
are.
can
That's
do
true.
anything.
Now, one thing you've done since last time you're here, you were about to start your talk show, and now you're in your second season, 6 Emmy nominations, including Best Talk Show.
How am I doing? Thank you.
You're a natural.
Thank you.
You were saying one of the interesting, we were talking backstage, that now that you actually have your own talk show, you realize when you're a guest on a talk show that everybody who in the past just seemed like they were running around, they all serve a purpose.
Yes, and, you know, now I get to understand, why all the people running around, what they're doing, who's talking to me, what am I supposed to do when I come out here? You know, the whole feel, because it's different now being on the other side as the host. And then it's weird again, though, but cool, being the guest. I'm still trying to make sense out of it.
Yeah. Was there a part of hosting a show that you were most worried about before you kicked it off?
You know what? Speaking publicly is like one of my biggest fears.
Oh, well, then
so to take it on and like, oh, you want me to talk to a whole audience?
Yeah.
And the first, like when we first started the show, we would go like in for prep. And if I was singing, then I would do a rehearsal with a band and then go and perform. If I was acting, you work with an acting coach and then you'll shoot a scene. But with the talk show life, I'm like, so we just gonna like sit and keep talking? Like, oh, that's what this is. So that was surprising to me.
It's so funny. I would say of every fear, a fear of public speaking, I would have guessed would be a deal breaker for this job.
You would think, but you know.
It's like, well, I don't like, I freeze up if I see camera or lights, but other than that, I love to take the job.
You know.
You seem very natural, and I mean, again, one of the coolest things about the job for me is the people you get to talk to that you feel like maybe you never would have had a conversation with otherwise. Is there anybody where you've been talking to them and thinking, I can't believe I'm here right now?
Oh my God, several people. Like I fan out on a lot. Like I got to sit with Smokey Robinson.
That's a pretty good one.
Talk to him,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And sometimes I want to scream like, oh my God, this is Smokey sitting right here. But then I'd be like, ooh, let me be Mrs. Host, like whatever that is to keep my composure.
It is a funny thing when you talk to legends because you do want to do that. You do want to scream it, but you realize they don't want to hear it because he knows he's Smokey Robinson, you know, so he wants to take advantage of the moment. So the weirdest thing is how you actually have to like pump the brakes a little bit on your own fandom for people.
Right, to, you know, be a host like yourself.
Yeah.
try to be polished and, and not lose it and fan out. But that's who you want, you know.
Just try to always move like a video game character.
Yes. Welcome to the Jennifer Hudson Show,
Yeah.
How that's supposed to sound.
It's nice when they put your name in the title. It makes it easier to remember. Yeah. I love that it's Late Night with Seth Meyers. I'm like, I'll forget a lot of stuff, but that I can get. Yeah. I have a lot more to ask you. Will you stick around?
Yes, I will.
We'll be right back with more Jennifer